I love you so much. You've changed my life. Thank you.
Well, all right. We'll just take it.
So much love. So I drive a lot. I drive about 600 miles a week. I love a lot of things about driving, but there's this one thing I'm just dying of curiosity about that I just have to know. I live in a rural county, and lots of times I've got the road to myself for a lot of time. Miles and miles and miles. I don't see another car. And then way up the road, I'll see maybe someone who's walking or biking, and then the next thing you know, from somewhere else, there's another car that comes, and then after miles of nobody, the three of us meet exactly at the same spot. And it's crowded, and it's, you're worried about the biker.
You all have those experiences, don't you? So
why does that happen?
Because attention to one another activates the vibration of each other in each other, and law of attraction points you out to each other so that you can feel the power of your focused mind. Wow. And everything is like that, but there are thousands of things every day that aren't that obvious. And the only reason that is obvious is because you start out with so few around you.
That's true. Can I ask something else?
Yeah.
So, one of my very favorite emotions in the whole world is interest. It's just, I love interest, and I have a career that I love. I adore my career.
Interest and clarity are ultimate signs of alignment. Appreciation is too, but now you've got something else involved that you're appreciating. And love is too, but that interest and clarity, that's you and your inner being having a moment about something.
So I have a new topic that is fascinating me, just mesmerizing me, and I'm just loving it, loving it, loving it.
The reason that we want you to hear her and feel her is because she's not talking about a manifestation. So can you feel the clarity and the fullness of the alignment in the moment? That's tuned in, tapped in, turned on. That's being an extension of source energy. That's how you meant to feel when you decided to come into this physical experience. There's no lack. There's nothing that you're trying to move toward. It's complete satisfaction with the powerful now, where you are dovetailing perfectly with the whole of yourself. It's ultimate experience.
So I want a little help in refining my allowing in the one thing, and it's not even here yet. It's just sort of something I sense, and I'd like to clear it up now before I get there. So part of this wonderful thing that I love, I have teachers who are part of that. And I want to bring, because how do I put this?
You want others to feel like you feel.
Well, it's not even that I want others to feel that way. No, not at all. It's that I want to be true to me, because I believe.
Well, what could be truer to you than to be in that moment that we just described? That's the ultimate being true to you. Being in sync with the way your inner being is focused upon something. What could be being truer to you than that?
Let me see if I can refine this just a little bit more. So I have to learn from these teachers, from these mentors. I have to learn this topic that I'm so interested in. I need to learn it. But I live in the vortex, and there's some pieces of this that I can see them going a little negative towards. I don't want to go there. Well, but I also want to learn it.
We're just going to give you a piece of something. And as you let this settle in, and then as you get in this situation, as you move forward, you'll know exactly what to do about it. This is the tweaking that you're looking for. So consider this. We'd like giving this to you. So, do you believe that the things that you are now learning, the things that you are so interested in, do you believe that they are things that you've been asking for? Do you believe that they're in your vortex?
Oh, yeah.
So that's exactly right. So therefore, do you believe that the answers that you're looking for, the solutions that you're seeking, and the evolution that you are anticipating is already understood and known by your inner being?
Yes.
So, since your inner being knows what you're reaching for and knows how to help you get there, then if you're following the impulse from your connection, isn't everything along the way all part of that, no matter what? So now you're resolved there, but now we have some more fun for you. So since you're in concert with your inner being, you're actually teaching those teachers to teach you. And when you get it backwards, when you forget for a minute and you think they're the teacher,
That's right.
that's when it gets wonky.
Thank you. That was it. That's the piece.
That is the piece.
Thank
Get
you.
out.
Thank you.
Hard to imagine a more pleasurable morning than the one that we've spent together. And yet, having said that, we know there are more. There is no limit to the pleasurable mornings that are set out ahead for you, is there? We want to recap for you the things that we have personally enjoyed most about this interaction. We've appreciated the diversity that you are, that you brought into this forum, the balance, the perfection of balance. We liked a lot as we began talking to you in those early minutes, your willingness to focus and the easy harmony that we found as the vibration that we were offering resonated so easily with the vibration that is you. That is a credit to your practiced alignment. It's unusual. We want you to know you're part of something that is unusual in this forum. Higher vibration coming in, more resonance moving along, and more movement in your vibration than usual. What that says in practical terms is that you are closer to the brink of alignment on a regular basis than you know, which makes us want to put you in that category that you would like to be put in, although we never put anybody in any categories. But we want to call you those masters of energy, because your awareness of the way you feel and your desire and ability to move your energy so quickly makes us want to put you in that category of masters of vibration. So what that means is, now you can move on to step 5. Step 1 is ask. Life just does that to you. You don't even have to be good at it. Step 2 is source answers. You don't have to be good at that either. Source is. Step 3 is where your work really begins. And you've been doing a good job of that. You've come to understand law of attraction. You've come to understand your emotional guidance system. And most of all, you all have made the decision that you want to feel good. And you've been guiding yourself toward that with that reason more than any segment of the population that we've ever spent any time with. So step 3, moving along really well, which is why we gave you the label of step 4, because you're doing such a good job of steadily staying there. And now it's time for, in our opinion, the best step of all, which is step 5, which is where you are no longer beating up on yourself for being back in step 1. Step 5 says that you understand contrast. And the conversation that we had just now about contrast was our favorite conversation that we've ever had about anything. Because unless you are willing to embrace the perfection of this time-space reality into which you have deliberately focused, and unless you're willing to accept the perfection of the variety and the balance around you, then you cannot possibly receive the benefit of that decision that you made long before you came into this physical body. And it matters a lot. Step 5 means that you're able to look into the world of contrast and understand it for the perfection that it is. It means that you no longer need to demand circumstances and conditions to be a certain way in order for you to feel good. It means that you have found your balance with alignment, and that you are chronically looking through the eyes of source. And in that compassionate connection to source energy, you're able to accept the differences in those around you, not just in an accepting or tolerating sense, but in a knowledgeable embracing of the value of its sense, which means now you have the opportunity to receive value everywhere you go. You never need to be guarded again. You never need to feel protection of yourself again. You never need to hold yourself off in country clubs or behind gated communities. You don't have to hide or be afraid of anything, because now you are in this place of understanding the laws of the universe. And now you are in the place of actively utilizing your own guidance system the way that you've intended. Now you can go anywhere and have the positive, powerful, uplifting experience for yourself and those who you are inspiring around you in the way that you've intended when you made the decision to be here. We are so pleased with who you are and what you are about and where you are in relationship to the things that you have identified that you want. And we are looking forward to every cognizant awareness that you have about your worthiness and about your perfect placement in this time-space reality. We are eager about what's coming next for you, and next and next and next and next. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly in your vortex.